Everybody say, say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things?
This is our world. Here we are in our community. There are the laws. There are the regulations. We have BWF Solicitors. BWF Solicitors, experts in all aspects of the law, family law, civil litigation, all immigration and nationality issues, representation in court, marriage and divorce. We pride ourselves to give you excellent legal services and follow through till we get you the right result and decisions. That is our mutual satisfaction. We have a team of excellent qualified solicitors and support team to help you every step of the way. Our senior partner, with over 30 years of unbroken service to the community, is a member of the Family Law Panel and has advised several lawyers and institutions in many legal matters. He is qualified to practice both in the UK and in Ghana. Come to us. Speak to us. Let us represent you. We are your trusted community partners when it comes to the law. Locate us on the 4th floor of the Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road at Seven Sisters in North London, N15 4NP. Nearest train station, Victoria Line to Seven Sisters Station, exit number 2. We are open for all consultations from Monday to Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Weekends by appointment only. Call us now on 0208 493 7340 or 077 127 61884. BWF Solicitors, your trusted legal partner.
Ye app no na watchiri Rainbow Radio.
The screen, I don't like it.
Anopa yi nso de woto aye Facebook and na say YouTube no so na hweye live and colored na say wo cotton in so de a ene Rainbow Radio de saa na obia eka say ho na yetie na no President Akufo-Addo eba yi na Rainbow Radio en wotie ya na de koye oduruga na nso a Rainbow Radio en wotie yen na woni mi say wo hene coronation no sesei Rainbow Radio ho na mu nyina obia etie enti anopa yi wotie na me ka kire say enche na coronation no ya bo awuram anopa yi ye bo awura Tottenham High Street no so na yakofa lawyer Eunice ewo BWF Solicitors na ye dia bro kai national so say ye legal education aha uji ni free no anya ni free no aji ni free no afa ni free bibia free bonto lawyer me pa acho me ma wachi e ma wakwa aba
Major so prophet pacho now what is saying
onyankopon ashira yem papa nyame ashira
yes nebusia phone ya so
say Facebook no live and colored me pa acho onyabo wuraso a bombo de say ube click share no so na waka kire obi say lawyer Eunice aji akonwa enti anopa yi ono nso ontwe no ho emben Rainbow Radio na say Facebook no na onhwe bi wonhwe ne ekoso wobetumi aka kire Alexa say Alexa me pa chewo anopa yi matese lawyer Eunice ewo Rainbow Radio edi fa me koho na mintie ne lawyer ebeka Alexa edi obeko ho anopa yi number ye didi djuma no 0208-133-4646 eno na anopa yi yedi bedi edjuma ena 0208-133-1134 ubetimi di ensem ni bi nso afa ye WhatsApp line no so edi abreyen na ye ne atimi atwetwe ho nkomo 07777 ne ye miensa 1950989 na wabo awura so na nsem a opese obisa lawyer nyina no na odi abisa no lawyer anopai ade achi pedien ena owoma atiefo etio yedase
Investment as a Prophet, mekyia etiefoɔ a wɔtie yɛn ɛwɔ Rainbow Radio International. So, nkurɔfoɔ a wɔhwɛ yɛn ɛwɔ Facebook Live ɛne YouTube ɛne yɛ BWF TV no so, mekyia mo nyinaa. Mehope sɛ Nyame adom mo nyinaa mo ho yɛ. You've had a good week. Sɛnea da biara yɛyɛ no, yɛma a few updates ansa na the main topic of the day no nso aba. In terms of updates no, mepɛ sɛ mebɔ so te series nkurɔfoɔ a ebia ɔmo ɛyɛ nationality applications. Last week na yɛka nkɔlaa applications a ɔmo yɛ to be able to register as British ɛwɔ UK. But in terms of nkurɔfoɔ a wɔpɛ sɛ wɔyɛ naturalization applications, when it comes to nneɛma te sɛ ɔmo immigration history ɛne nneɛma a ɛkyerɛ sɛ ebia no ɔmo asesa ɔmo din anaasɛ ɔmo sesa details bi in regards to themselves. Mpabotrɔ bebree don't see it as a big issue sɛ oh because ebia mesesa me din anaasɛ me date of birth mesesa yɛ no nti mede to hɔnom a ɛbɛfa nsɛm bebree de abrɛ me. Not necessarily the case. Once you have disclosed, say, yes, first, no, me eba no, me you see ding way, to see a ding way, and I'm used to. And I say, me used to, obi details, and I said, the passports, and I feel that me ding ankasa, and me date of birth ankasa, and I'm used to. If those details are disclosed to them now, at least someone will say, okay, saa nipa way no, now first or that so as way, after they were by way in seeing him. Because home office for no, almost saa records ni na ɛwɔ mo system no so. Ebia one bɔ wo nsa no, but ɔmo wɔ photo because application bi a wobɛyɛ whether from outside the UK and I say in the UK no, ɔmo gye wo passport photograph. Nti definitely no, wo photo ɛwɔ ɔmo system no so. Regardless of how many years ago, whether it's 10 years ago, 20 years ago, no, or photograph that's so on system no so into they always have photograph with each application I obey. And then in terms of doing the application in ABA wouldn't say a better two difficult ama why and the kuhu lawyer na at least wow na case no and smoothly because most people don't even recognize that. So when you fill the application form, no, you have to write all of these details in terms of immigration history, applications why you now from outside the UK, applications are why you whilst in the UK. They need all of that information, including within how you see it during those times. And see if you feel that this is something that is going to be difficult for you to do there, and then now wakohu lawyer no etumi aboa ma wayɛ applications no ɛnyɛ asɛm a ɛyɛ den as long as you disclose these things it is simple. And then last week no so I was just sharing with us the fact that so oh yeah akola with the under 18 registration to become a British citizen home office ama ho kwan sɛ wontumi ntua fees na and deɛ wobɛtumi ayɛ application for fee waiver. Into fee waiver no kyerɛ sɛ fees na ɔmo charge for application no which is the £1,012 na usually ɔmo charge for nkɔlaa no wonni saa sika no sɛ ɔmo hwɛ wo bank statements nyinaa ɔmo hwɛ wo pay a wogye ɛnyɛ ade a wobɛtumi ɛsɛbi for saa application no anaasɛ ɛnyɛ ade a wobɛtumi akyerɛ sɛ wowɔ saa sika no a wode bɛtua nti ɛyɛ affordability test whether wowɔ sika no a wobɛtumi de atua sɛ ɛnte saa deɛ a ɛndeɛ na ɔmo ama ho kwan sɛ akwadaa no ntumi nyɛ application while as they waive the fee off. Into no sano, they can do the application for fee waiver and then once fee waiver no has been granted, they do the application for registration no ama kola no na nsa ka certificates na the be ne application and I say ne passports or person or the share or your British in. And then just secondly, nkurɔfoɔ a wɔyɛ applications, they be nkurɔfoɔ bisa say, is it possible for me to do the priority service? yes, it's still possible. So over to me, I priority service application. Application fee, uh, usually for 2.5 years, I know say it is subsidized amount for Kofa. But if you're an adult, it is usually the IHS is 1,560, and the actual application fee, 1,052. Or the priority service fee in the canwa na 1,800 and BB. In Senono Sano, you are looking at not just yourself. For instance, your family na your application, I'm a money na you are paying that 800 for each person. In Senya one kwana wutia sa priority service. Ebia application also no. Would the omni na aka sɛ woyɛ application ama ɔmo but ɔmo hu ne sɛ ɛyɛ one application ɔmo hu ne sɛ mo nyinaa ɛna moyɛ application no nti mo nyinaa na ɛsɛ motua saa priority service charge no nso nti ɛka wom but at least you are rest assured sɛ wonkɔtwɛn 6 to 1 year for a decision sɛ wopɛ ntɛm etie deɛ home office for no ɛbɛka deɛ a then you know say train that long in terms of family life application oh yeah and sometimes it may be that oh yeah application now priority service but I know say every midnight be a more refresher system no into you can check early in the morning just to see if almost the priority service no aba nti it's still available for those in the UK and also nkurɔfoɔ a wɔwɔ outside the UK a wɔyɛ applications ama wɔn abusuafoɔ abɛjoin wɔn. With outside the UK, I know there's just slightly over £500 for the super priority service. And also, SAN also, they say once you've gone for the biometrics, it will take about a week for them to make a decision. Whereas in more UK, it usually takes about a day, which is usually 24 hours after akọ enroll biometrics ɛwɔ TLS UK visa application centers nti ɛno nso ɛyɛ ade a wobɛtumi aboa wo ho na wotumi ayɛ sɛ wompɛ sɛ wobɛtwɛn for a long time for a decision to come there and then na wayɛ priority service sɛnea wo nsa bɛka decision no ntɛm. Yes, nti prophet major yɛ updates no ɛwɔ ha na yɛtumi atoa so.
Yo, ma memfa mema umfa nsuo emfa wo menimu kakra. Na ye ba na introduce new topic no na yato aso. Amanfo ema ye 1 minute ye besan ba back.
This is our world. Here is our world. Here we are in our community. There are the laws. There are the regulations. We have BWF Solicitors. BWF Solicitors, experts in all aspects of the law, family law, civil litigation, all immigration and nationality issues, representation in court, marriage and divorce. We pride ourselves to give you excellent legal services and follow through till we get you the right result and decisions. That is our mutual satisfaction. We have a team of excellent qualified solicitors and support team to help you every step of the way. Our senior partner, with over 30 years of unbroken service to the community, is a member of the Family Law Panel and has advised several lawyers and institutions in many legal matters. Call us now on 0208 493 7340 or 077 127 61884.
Akwaba anopai eba Rainbow Radio Juma Dieso. Anopai yane lawyer Eunice ena yaji akunya. Anopai ensemu a yebe bobu ho ne nea yebe dwene ho na yesusu ho ne yahwe se ebetimi akọ aboa me aboa wo bi sebi odi student visa ena be wura ha na oko school enti ebisa se na metimi aswichi akọ skill worker route no so wo mra meye odisuani na maba kurumu ha UK na meti kurumu ha na mekɔ school na masan switchi na mede ayɛ adwuma no kyerɛ sɛ mapɛ kakra ato me bɔtɔm. Lawyer mɛpa akyɛw meyɛ school ni na mɛtumi aswitchi me visa no ɛde akɔ skilled worker application so anaa.
Prophet, medase bebree wei deɛ ɛyɛ biribi a nkurɔfoɔ bebree ɛfrɛ na wɔabisa ho nsɛm. It's not just even nkurɔfoɔ a wɔyɛ students, nkurɔfoɔ a wɔyɛ dependents no also ask if it's possible to switch. Wobɛhwɛ a time na Brexit baeɛ no, they wanted to make sure say as much as possible no the UK will have opportunities from across the world nti ɛnyɛ just EU for ɛna ebetumi abɛyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ kurom ha, but they wanted to make sure say they will have a great number of people from different parts of the world coming able to, I mean, boost UK economy, because someone names there, Brexit, will have an impact on the UK economy. It's one of the first things that I'm introducing here was the points-based system for skilled workers, any students to so that they will be able to come and then school and then also work. And see, this was one of the things that they were very keen on introducing. Wobɛhwɛ nso so a most times no before this new point based system came up no sɛ obi ba na obesua adeɛ ɛwɔ UK kurom ha usually no the UK would not have allowed them to continue to remain here because UK student visa does not lead to settlement. Into with a student visa no ombeka kyerɛw sɛ wontumi enya afebɔ anaasɛ wontumi enya indefinite leave to remain. Into Uriel school ne pɛ na wasan wakyi akɔ back. I know said previously in Labour governments around Tony Blair time no na nkurɔfoɔ tumi tena na ɔmo anya edwuma kakra na ɔmo kɔ anaasɛ ɔmo tenam na ɔmo ahwehwɛ biribi de atoa so ɛwɔ kurom ha. But after the conservative government came in 2010 no nneɛma bebree sesaeɛ nti most times no woba as a student a wontumi ntena na ɔmo aka kyerɛ wo sɛ ɛsɛ wo san w'akyi na wokɔ back. But since the introduction of the new points based system no, in 2020, under the same conservative party, but a different government, which is Boris Johnson government, they were able to introduce a route where students on mobile they can also apply to either the graduate route and answer or move to me as switch it sa skilled worker route. Nti most of the time no sɛ woba school ebi a wabɛsua undergraduate science degree wowie wo degree a wɔn ɛka kyerɛ wo sɛ you don't have to just pack up and go wobɛtumi ayɛ adwuma kakra nti sɛ if you were able to successfully complete your course there and the graduate route no wobɛtumi apply ɛwɔ so na wɔn ama wo 2 years but ebi a akɔba ne sɛ you were not able to successfully complete your course and you are not able to apply to the graduate route sɛnya na ɔmo ka no anaa koraa mpo sɛ woayɛ higher education level course nkurɔfoɔ a ebi a wɔyɛ law te sɛ me a wokɔ law school a and you do your law professional course no it is not an undergraduate degree but it's a higher education qualification and also you would have been able to apply onto the graduate route because sɛ woatumi akyerɛ sɛ complete course no successfully a na government no ama wo 2 years extra and also saa no nso they would have given you that 2 years extra sɛnea wobɛtumi ahwehwɛ adwuma foforɔ de atena kurom ha but like I said sɛ ebi a woyɛ course no ɛnyɛ biribi a w'ani gye ho wontumi nwie nti afei wohwɛ kwan bi so a wobɛtumi aswitche na watumi ada so atena kurom ha ayɛ adwuma ayɛ deɛ ayɛ sɛ woyɛ nyinaa no nti wontwɛn ɛmma wo student visa no ɛnwu ansa na woahwehwɛ kwan bi so de afa mpamokyɛw bebree sɛ wowɔ student visa na wohu sɛ course no ɛnkɔ yie mma wo a mentwɛn ɛmma student visa no ɛnwu anaasɛ mentwɛn ɛmma school no ɛnsɛnde wo notification sɛ ae yɛhu sɛ woagyae school no ba nti yɛreporte wo ama home office foɔ no na home office foɔ no ama wo grace period sɛ kyerɛ mo sɛ ebi a wobɛswitch to another route anaasɛ their school no ka no ɛnyɛ nokorɛ nti yɛbɛ ɛnde wo leave no saa date wei mentwɛn for that to happen at least as long as you have valid leave for some time no na me ayɛ application to switch to the skilled worker route if possible nti ebi mu wɔ ha a ebi a ɔmo yere anaasɛ ɔmo ho kafo no ɛyɛ British da nti they can switch to that route because it's possible for them to apply as a family member under that route but sɛ wo ho kafo ɛnyɛ British anaasɛ wonni ba a ɔyɛ British anaasɛ okra settlement then you are looking at the option of the skilled worker route nti your skilled worker route no entails nkurɔfo a either sɛ ɔmoyɛ international students anaasɛ nkurɔfo a ɔmowɔ valid leave to remain in the UK. But there are certain categories of nkurɔfo a yɛ immigration rules ne say ɔmo ɛnka nkurɔfo a ɔmobɛtumi ayɛ application under the skilled worker route. Nti sɛ wohwɛ yɛ applications anaasɛ yɛ immigration rules na titiri no ɛka sɛ wohwɛ nkurɔfo a wɔyɛ eligible to apply to this route a nkurɔfo a wɔkura visit visa for 6 months saa nkurɔfo no ɛntumi ɛnswitche ɛnkɔ yɛ skilled worker route no so nkurɔfo nso so a ebi a wɔkura child student visa usually saa nkwadaa no they are under the age of 16 nti wɔn nso saa no wɔntumi ɛnyɛ application to switch onto the skilled worker visa ɛna nkurɔfoɔ a wɔyɛ parents of child students wɔn nso saa no wɔn ntumi nswitche to the skilled worker visa nkurɔfoɔ a wɔaba hanom either as domestic workers wɔn nso saa no wɔntumi nswitche to the skilled worker visa nti there are category of people a home office anaasɛ home secretary no aka sɛ for ɔmo deɛ titiri no ɔmo ntumi nswitch to the skilled worker visa no because ɔmo route na ɔmo de baeɛ no ɛnyɛ route a ɔmo betumi de anya atete anaasɛ afebɔɔ no ɛwɔ UK kurom ha nti ɔmo no they are excluded from switching but sɛ woyɛ students anaasɛ wokura valid leave under the immigration rules na wopɛ sɛ switch to the skilled worker route na ɛkwan ɛwɔ hɔ ma wo a wobɛtumi de ayɛ saa switch no nti na meka sɛ mɛntwɛn ɛmma leave no ɛnwu ansa na woadwene ho sɛ ɛsɛ meyɛ switch no and when it comes to your skilled worker visas no most of the time no ebinom dwen sɛ ebi a mefrɛ lawyer no a ɔbɛhwehwɛ ebi ama me na at least metumi anya kwan anya adwuma no paatwo bebree when it comes to skilled worker visas no yɛnhwɛ nneɛma a wobɛhia de ɛbɛtumi de ayɛ saa application no first of all no ɔmo se ɔmo hia sɛ wobɛnya 70 points under the points based system sɛnea wobɛtumi ayɛ saa application no sɛ wonni 70 points na ɔmo se ɛndeɛ unfortunately ebia wontumi ɛnyɛ application no because ɛyɛ sɛ wonya saa 70 points na ansa na woatumi ayɛ successful with the application nti mandatory things a ɔmo hwehwɛ ɛyɛ wo certificate of sponsorship adwuma no wura no ama wo offer sɛ bɛyɛ adwuma wɔ no hɔ nti ebi a woyɛ obi a woyɛ adwuma within the hair styling industry wo hairstyling salon no ɔmo wɔ sponsors license nti sponsor license ne kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo agye nkrataa efiri home office to show sɛ ɔmo betumi a employ adwumayɛfoɔ a ɛnyɛ British anaasɛ nkora settlement ɛwɔ kurom ha. Nti it could be international workers. So ɔmo kora saa license ne deɛ a ɛndeɛ bɛtumi a employ obi a ɔyɛ international student sɛnea ɔno nso ebɛtumi anya edwuma ɛwɔ kurom ha. Ɛno no saa no na ɔmo ka sɛ because ebi a wabɛyɛ application, ɔmo ehu sɛ wowɔ the required skill nti usually no ebi a ɛnyɛ sɛ wayɛ degree in hairstyling, but woyɛ obi a wayɛ tire for a number of years anaasɛ for a period of time. Nti this is your area that you really know well. Nti ɛno no saa no, then you are telling them say, I'm my year three for this period of time, but I also have done a few courses in hairdressing and I say in beauty. Nti mepɛ sɛ mohwɛ na motumi ɛma me edwuma no. Nti the appropriate skill level is also another 20 points. In terms of the COS no nso, ɛno nso saa no ɛbɛma wo another 20 points. Nti altogether with the appropriate skill level and the COS no, you have 40 points. Now ɔmo nso ɛrehwɛ wo English sɛnea wobɛtumi ɛne customers ɛdeale. Nti borɔfo no yɛnim sɛ wokɔ shop anaasɛ wokɔ beebi biara a ɛwɔ kurom ha wobɛka borɔfo unless woama obi ayɛ spokesperson ama wo. Menim nkurɔfo a ɔmo ɛtena fie na ɔmo asomasoma ɔmo mba anaasɛ ɔmo asomasoma nkurɔfo sɛ ɔmo nkɔtɔ nneɛma mma ɔmo because borɔfo no ɛnyɛ ade a ɔmo bɛtumi aka. Nti saa na ɛteɛ deɛ a ɛndeɛ biribi sei no sɛ woantumi ankyerɛ sɛ wobɛtumi aka borɔfo no a ɛndeɛ unfortunately no mɛndwen ho koraa sɛ wokɔyɛ saa application no. And of course woyɛ student a then it means sɛ wote borɔfo no ansa na woba kurom ha koraa mpo abɛsua adeɛ. Nti one of the things that they look at is wo English speaking, listening, writing, ɛne reading. Nti ɛsɛ sɛ wotumi kyerɛ sɛ wobɛtumi aka borɔfo no, wobɛtumi atwerɛ, wobɛtumi akenkan. Nti ɛno no saa no is another 10 points. Nti usually they are looking to see sɛ ebia wakɔyɛ IELTS test at a level depending on adwuma a woyɛ, they either require a level B1 anaasɛ B2. Most cases no ɔmo require a level B2. Nti either sɛ wakɔyɛ English speaking, listening, reading and writing no at a level B2 anaasɛ wowɔ degree nti wo undergraduate degree na wowɔ no wokyerɛ sɛ woanya degree no ɛfiri kurom ha nti you meet that required skill, I mean the English language requirement. And then ebi a woba kurom ha no na wowɔ degree ɛwɔ wo kurom na a wofiri no. Nti saa wo degree na a wowɔ no sɛ woma NARIC anaasɛ ECTIS foɔ a ɔmo ɛyɛ assessment on degrees na wowɔ from outside the UK no ɛhwɛ na ɔmo assess sɛ wo degree certificate na wowɔ no ɛbɛtumi meet saa ɔmo required English framework level anaasɛ sɛ woyɛ biribi foforɔ to add to the undergraduate degree na wowɔ no. Unfortunately no, diplomas do not count in this regard. But sɛ woyɛ obi a woyɛ student ɛwɔ UK ha na ebi a most of your life no you have been a student here in the UK nti ebi a time na woyɛ akwadaa no ɛna woba as a child student sisi adeɛ woyɛ student ankasa ankasa nti you have A levels maybe here in the UK A levels to show say ebi a wonya a level, let's say merit and I say a level B or whatever it is in your English language at A level. And also sign on say ode or certificate net trauma and also sign on to me I can say because why A levels were chrome handy able to me I share wo A levels and I say wo GCSE why na yet to me I can say o meet yeah required English framework level no. Into usually they are looking at a level B2, but some job occupations no share a level B1 as well, which is lower. Into B2 is higher than a B1, and C1 is higher than a B2, and a C2 is higher than a C1 and a B2 and a B1. It goes up in that order. Nti ɛno no saa no, na wode 10 points no ɛɛka 40 points na wowɔ. Then we are looking for the extra 20 points here to show say at least wobɛtumi ayɛ saa application way as a skilled worker. Yɛhwɛ biribi a yɛfrɛ no your job area. Nti ebia woyɛ adwuma within the science, technology, engineering, maths. And no saa no because those are very specialist areas no. Nti ɔmo aka sɛ woyɛ adwuma within those areas na ɛndeɛ ɔmo bɛma wo another 20 points. Anaasɛ ebia woayɛ PhD nti wo PhD na wayɛ no wobɛyɛ adwuma within that industry, which is either the science or engineering or technology or maths. And no saa no, ɔmo bɛhwɛ na ɔmo ama wo an extra 20 points. And I said to say making woyɛ student a wawie university. And no saa no, they look at biribi a ɔmo frɛ no your age into if you are below the age of 27 na afei na we are almost you are a new job entrant. So because we are new job entrant afei na wahyɛ adwuma no ase no nti you can be paid 70% at the job market level. Nti wo salary na wobɛgye no ebia wokɔyɛ adwuma as a teacher. Nti they are saying say okay because wokɔyɛ adwuma as teacher no nti yɛbɛtua wo ka 70%, not 100% the salary that we usually pay nkurɔfoɔ a wɔyɛ teachers. But because we are new job entrants, Nancy, we'll pay you 70% of the salary we are meant to pay you, which is 30% less than the Ayabetua Obia on your new job entrant. In no Sano, so oh yeah, new job entrants, dear, and there the ABTL are 70%, and also Sano will get you another 20 points. And I say, yɛkɛɛkɛɛ edwuma yi a aba yi a nkurɔfoɔ ɛreyɛ ho applications as care workers ɛne health assistants ɛne deɛ ɛkeka ho no. Yes, sɛ woyɛ edwuma within the health sector another shortage occupation sector and also Sano warrants another 20 points because the shortage occupation sector nature say the area is highly in demand. Into you have health workers who are within the shortage occupation sector, and are also well, physics teachers and I say IT teachers under the shortage occupation sector. In Senono Sano, then they are saying, say, as much as possible, no, because this area is in demand, Ninti, say, yet to me 20 points because of the fact that Oye Juma within that shortage occupation sector. And I said, oh, Kase, because you are somebody who is just applying generally to the health sector because they really need a lot of workers within that area. And also, SAN also can fetch you another 20 points. And then if you are saying, say, because of the fact that you are applying to this health sector, you are from the EU, for instance, EU for no there, they always have some sort of regard for them. In see, almost their application fees is about 50% less than what a normal applicant would pay if they were making that application. because still na ɔmo ne EU for ɛwɔ saa agreement ne nti they make sure say nkurɔfoɔ a ɔmoyɛ applications within the EU no will have a 50% less application fee than general applicants from around the world. Obviously, in this case, no, say, oh, ɛho kafo to say, oh, yere, anaasɛ wɔn ba a, wo ne ɔmo baeɛ because you came with them as a student. Once you make that switch, they too can also apply onto that route as with dependents. Ebia, whilst you are even here as a student, with dependents na one ne baeɛ no, ɔno no enya adwuma a ɔmo betumi asponsor no. Nti ɔno no so saa no, sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔswitch even before a wobɛwie wo course na saa wo dependent na ɔyɛ wo yere anaasɛ wo kunu no, ɔno nso saa no ebetumi so ayɛ saa switch no to the skilled worker route as long as they meet those requirements. And then when it comes to salary levels, no, there are different salary levels for different jobs. Nti sɛ employer no ɛɛka akyerɛ wo sɛ adwuma no a mɛma wo no mentumi ntua wo ka at the job market level there, and then you have to be careful because it may be that ntumi ɛmmeti saa required salary levels because sɛnea mekaeɛ no there are certain areas where you definitely have to get the 20 points and the 10 points. Nti wo enya adwuma no yɛ 20 points. It's mandatory. Wo ɛwɔ saa required skill level no nso ɛyɛ mandatory requirement. Nti you have to have that 20 points there. Sɛ almost sure with English no so it's 10 points. Nti that is also a mandatory requirement. The only ones that are not mandatory and I said tradable no ɛyɛ obi a ebi a ɔwɔ saa sectors na mebobɔ so no science, technology, English, maths, okra PhD, ɔyɛ new job entrance, ɔyɛ adwuma within the shortage occupation sector, anaasɛ health sector, anaasɛ ebi a woka sɛ wo salary na a wogye no ɛyɛ 25,600 sɛn government no ɛrehwehwɛ. I know say within the next few months, no, they will be increasing that 25,600 to 26,500. Inti eno no sano say if your income for the year is not 25,600, na oh say oh yeah juma within the shortage occupation they are allowed to pay you at the normal job market rate. Into say job market rates no a year 24,000 a year dear, and then they can pay you the 24,000 a year and you still get your 20 points. But say we juma no and fully under the sectors na mebebo so no dear, and then it means that they have to pay you at least 25,600 a year to be able to get the 20 points na we here no to make the application. Into salary is a tradable point, and then the sectors na me also no so another 20 points depending on application na oh yeah no. Ejuma no de home office for no ato.gov.uk nti wohwehwɛ employers a ɔmo kura sponsor license there are over 35,000 employers a ɔmo go homeoffice.gov.uk website no so as sponsor license holders. Nkurɔfo kura saa license no but in regards to adwuma no a wopɛ sɛ ɔyɛ no ɛno no ɛne asɛm no because ɛyɛ sɛ wotumi ɛhwehwɛ the right employer for the job. Nti sɛ wose wo kura a jobs required within let's say a warehouse because no ɛna wopɛ sɛ woyɛ. If you are saying say you want to work as a warehouse operator there and there's also share a juma omu crass sponsor license and on to me I employ wo as a warehouse operative into meaning say Amazon omu was sponsor license into almost ASA applications no but it depends on whether they are willing to offer you the job into obey applications and your woman and I file, and there will be some that will also take you on and offer you the job, but you also have to be able to meet the required uh, skills and the English language and the salary levels, and I say be in the right sector to be able to get the tradable points now. No. Into when it comes to these applications, sɛ wohia sɛ wobɛnya advice ansa na woayɛ saa application no deɛ yes, definitely go and seek advice, but as much as possible ɛyɛ sɛ wotumi nya adwuma no a ɔmo bɛtumi ama wo saa certificate of sponsorship sɛnea wobɛtumi nso atoa so nya wɔ asetena nso ɛwɔ UK kurom ha. Nti Prophet, menim sɛ makasa bebree, mɛma atiefoɔ nso anya kwan ebisa ɔmo nsɛm.
Lawyer anɔpa yi sɛnea wafa si abuebue nsɛm wɔn sɛ mayɛ din because saa topic yi a wɔde aba yi ɛyɛ adeɛ a da nkurɔfoɔ akoma so a they really want to know say can I switch na me switch ya how womention sɛ ɛyɛ a na ɔmo frɛ lawyer abisa lawyer sɛ na mo betumi aboa me ama menya sponsorship license ni bi ɛnɛ wati onani dabi wo adwuma a wo pesa wo yɛ no wo a connect no so na search say company bank ene wo sa sponsorship license a me apply you betimi afa me anopai ye beda wase say lawyer Annie ewo ho
Pachan or her
lawyer Annie wo ho okay ene me the number no to dwa na yemfa lawyer Annie emra lawyer Annie we a na fi ya bue line num na onia opese wo switchi na nia afi na opese within application kotumu no wafre ni ya chiri mu achire no debia asem America ni se lawyer ba enye enkrata asem nko a ehu asem na yedie enti asem biara lawyer ebeboa ewo ho anopai ye numbers no 0208 133 4646 ana se 0208 133 1134 and I say 0777 1950989. Eha eye Rainbow Radio. Yankofa lawyer Annie Emra. Na yenini wia ye baby telephone line no. Na wonso wabaso. Lawyer Annie ye twen.
Oh my God, I love Rainbow Radio. Here's fun. 92.4 FM. One God, one station.
You are welcome, lawyer. Lawyer, your sound is not coming. If they can check the sound for me.
Yeah. I think so still Yenseninka.
Yes. Lawyer Annie. Lawyer Annie, we can't hear you. If you can check your sound. Either you mute your microphone or whichever way, please, if you can quickly check for us. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you, but you are very low. I can hear you, but you are very, very, very low.
Okay, I'll try and speak up. So okay. Happy Thursday, everyone.
Now,
the topic
better.
for today was, can I switch to the skilled worker route as a student living in the UK? So this is a very hot topic because we get a lot of questions on this. As Lawyer Eunice said, students who come to the UK, international students, to study their undergraduate degree, their master's or their PhD, once they are done with their studies, their student visa does not allow them to settle in the UK. So the skilled worker route is one way in which they can settle after their studies. So who can switch? Obviously, international students can switch, and also people who have valid leave to remain in the UK under the immigration rules. As Lawyer Eunice said, there are certain categories of people who cannot switch. So, for example, those who are in the UK on a visit visa, for example, they have come to the UK to stay here for 6 months. children who have like a student visa who are under the age of 16, parents of child students, and also domestic workers cannot switch. Now, there is a 70 points base system in place for the skilled worker visa. So the first requirement is that the applicant must have a job offer from an approved UK employer. So if you go onto the uk.gov website, you will see that there is a list of UK providers who are basically sponsors. So there are around 35,000 on there. So you have to make sure that when you have a job offer, that your provider, your employer, is listed in one of those in the list. So if that is the case and you have a certificate of sponsorship, you have 20 points. You can also get further 20 points if you have the appropriate skills. So for example, if you are a hairdresser and you have undertaken certain hairdresser courses and you have the appropriate skills, then you'll be able to get 20 points. There's also 10 points available for the English language test. So this is just in place to make sure that you can communicate with your clients whilst you're working here in the UK. So you have to sit the IELTS test, which will basically test your reading, speaking, and writing. And you have to pass it at level B2 usually, but also sometimes at level B1. In certain circumstances, you can be exempt from the English language test, especially if you're over the age of 65, if you have a degree that was taught in English, if you have sat the English language test previously for another type of leave, or if you are a citizen of an English-speaking country. So then, as Lawyer Eunice said, there's also extra 20 points available if you work within a specialist area such as science, or if you work in an area where there is a shortage of employees. So for example, in IT, physics, or if you work in like the health sector. So that would be an additional 20 points. It's important to also note that you should switch to the skilled worker route before your student visa expires. So that is just a quick summary. Thank you.
Lawyer Annie, and so Eddie Abegu Amayen. Afe ekwan abedam. Lawyer Annie, God bless you. Nyame enshira papa. Woba na obetwa brofo no guma yesa na anopai na eye yese yonkope salad ne kisua bi ne mfanto hanati. Brofo. Me pa chaw bra line no so emayen. Wo hwa Lawyer Eunice aye ready papa. Wo pese uswichi. Ana say opese osisa adwuma no ana say we a student na sania eniema no afasi akono enka wunya wobesesa mu kakra lawyer say anopai wobetumi aswichi entibra na baby sa lawyer me pa cho me ma wachi ema wakwa aba eba dwumadi izo.
Yes, Pacho Rejoso, a prophet.
Oh hene
Pacho Abusafo Biahoye,
Pacho. Yami ashira yem papa lawyer 80.
Okay, Pacho me wo question me no. Pacho question ba ko ne say madam ba ko oko Ghana na oba. Nti oba no na hitro for no vacation for no bisa no nsem but also question ba ko kai ne say o de ne ba no ye de yan kata no bisa say ne ba no ade nti o tene ma me nchen. Nti o no na ohun se de no oka ene ba ko na ba ko so okay, say friend saying say in case of so be the skill worker ba na obetuma ko school no sana person tia school so obetuma ko school no na acho no so in the man.
Okay. It's in terms of the first question, no. I know say usually they randomly stop Conformo Cry International passports, no, to just check if everything is okay in terms of almost status now mukra or UK Chrome ha. Into randomly they can just stop you and ask you certain questions. Into say what's when have and now when you through the parents' rules they want to know say akwala mame or your British or ne akwala ne te. Also will say or share akwala no. Into omu bisa just to know what the situation is and whether it is on that basis no and now ya na because we say only akwala no ente because of the fact say what direct access they want to know say ampa say sanet say na so if you are saying say oh direct access only mama ne ente but o kwhwe akwala no and honest obeka say I'm akwala ne mama ene me no ebia na your relationship mo ye ntem anhye da ye fine but me da social akwala no o mama hu akwala no nti me da social akwala no nti na akwala ne mama ete so obviously bibisa no you should be able to respond minim the nti I went to me and responded he
Okay.
only would know. But in terms of the second question, so Uber as a skilled worker now, person school, definitely you can still go to school, but over to your fees, no. It is not going to be sponsored by student loan into school. No, they over to me a cover one casa no. Someone who said fees no for international students no, is slightly higher. It is 15,000 now. Over to us 15,000. So person train now when you are no after your skilled worker visa for 5 years there and then a na over train in your indefinite no after 5 years answer na what was with school no.
Okay, let me picture that for I mentioned.
Yo,
What's
mo
that?
yen so yeda wase. Me pacho hello me ma achi ema akwaba eba me kase fidie so.
Hello, me papa me nkashi. Me nti shi ne papa enti. Na she kwa ibisa. No, me nti me nkani yesa enti. Na she se me ka no o broken. Me papa ayene. Okay. My husband, not a student, or by UK as a student, and I came in as his dependent together with my 3 kids. I had a job along the line and I switched. My husband's course was supposed to be 2 years, but he shortened it and did it 1 year. So that means technically his visa needs to be shortened as well. However, it hasn't been shortened. He switched onto my visa, but for the 3 kids, they are still on his current visa. Does it mean that we need to switch now or we need to wait for the visa to expire or get into when it's about to expire before we switch? Or what do you recommend? That's for the kids.
Okay. So in regards to the children, because your husband is no longer on the initial visa on which he applied to come to the UK, the children should definitely make a switch now because he no longer holds the visa that he came into the UK with. So therefore, their visa, will I say, is not valid because he's already made the switch to your visa route, and therefore the children also have to come under your visa route as well. Yeah. So I would recommend that you make the switch for the children as soon as possible.
Okay, I'm saying I'm asking that because you have to pay for health care charge and all that, and it's quite a lot for 3 kids. So I was
Yes.
wondering if I could actually wait until getting closer to the time, then I would have saved enough.
Okay, so if you are just trying to wait for that period of time because you think the funds are not available at this time, you can wait because you're saying that their leave hasn't expired. But technically, because their dad is no longer on that route, I mean, they don't really have a visa. But because obviously you're saying you don't have the funds available, I would say do it as soon as you have the funds available.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That's it. That's it, but that's it.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, me pacho me ma achi ema wakwaba eba jumadi so.
Hello.
Aja wadaroma.
Hampacho me this Steven.
Aja Steven mananko.
Around 2013, I married indefinite leave to remain.
Mm-hmm.
the following year, me try to me apply for naturalization, which is getting my British passport. But I was refused because the reason is I came me baha ebetinamu. So the good character when affected me. Into your man family. Even though I've paid everything, done the life in UK, the English and everything. Into Omoma me say 2023. This year I'm making me apply. Into the person who say the English test me life in the UK when I'm here. Can I still use it for my new naturalization application?
Okay, in terms of the life in the UK, Nadia, it is always going to be valid for whichever application I obey. By English, Nadia, it expires within 2 years. It is 2 years about since last one, Nadia, it's a san English nibium. Into
And I'm
say
a
English.
degree in business management.
Oh, okay. Oh, undergraduate degree.
Undergraduate degree in business management.
Okay, so undergraduate degree in business management, UK Chrome had there, and they over to me, use to start certificate, to show say why a degree UK Chrome had in some more and share no. Yeah.
So, and the last time, so now we can be say 5 years. Ubetnaha 5 years now. We live a good, according to the Home Office rules and regulations. For 5 years, no baby beer. It doesn't matter the letter I got. I have to stay here for 10 years. I can still apply. But does it still work?
Yeah, in Nameka say in terms of the Home Office guidance or policy now in regards to nkofwa ABA omabaye overstays and as omoba hanum illegally. One of the things I almost ran for was the fact say overstay and answer ubaha illegally say 10 years eba since the time I obey sitting and answer since you became known to Home Office no to be able to do your application for naturalization. Nti sɛ ebia obi enya an indefinite 1 year back no ɔkɔyɛ ne application ɛno na ɔmo de bɛre no. But since last year no ɔmo asesa ɔmo policy in regards to nkurɔfo a ɔmo wɔ should I say bad immigration history. Ɛno no sa no sɛ ɔmo hwɛ wɔ leave anaasɛ wɔ asetena ɛwɔ kurom ha for the past 5 years. Now wobɛtumi akyerɛ sɛ ampa watena UK kurom ha legally for that 5 year period ansa na wobɛyɛ wo indefinite application ne dia and no you don't have to wait for the 10 years ansa na wetumi ayɛ wo naturalization application no. Yeah.
Okay, let me that's it. I mean, sure.
Emo ohene yanso yeda wase MC yebefa ye last caller na kire se ye di dwumadie no eko nanim anesa ene unim mo ma me nyem announcement kora na me ntro ba bi a obehunu BWF Solicitors sister wi pe me di announcement ne beba ana brother wona wo ba e ba cho me ma wachi ma wakwa ba.
Hello.
Honorable me ba cho me ma wachi ma wakwa ba o.
My so
Emo lawyer 8 you.
Yo, me pacho yo me so ayaboko me so me new student. Me mom yame ya dom me mommy and son ye Ukrainians. Enti yaba UK on the Ukraine scheme no. Na to see an yanti yes Ukraine scheme no 3 years. And per the scheme no you will access to public funds near day. Now the problem is a Home Office clarify say a scheme no near route to settlement. Says you see no in situation is you need see when the 3 years expires. And within the 3 years, can we switch
to probably a route a bit my settlement in case you say be a buy no and renew scheme no be more and
Okay, so in regards to the current scheme in place, because of the air cost so ever Ukraine into obviously, I would say they did it specifically for what is going on now. So Oba yes, say Oba because you are also looking at the asylum claim side and so they would also have to assess what the risk is to your lives and all of that. And see, and also and also the asylum claim routes is also available for Obia or free Ukraine or say there's no way over to me at that so atna Nikrom now free, which is because of what is going on with Russia and the Ukrainians and also. And then when it comes to ABI, the fact say the scheme is only valid for 3 years. Senya wakano. There's also the fact that ABI and Kolano, so I don't know what their ages are, but if they wanted to come and also continue with their education, yes, they could also switch on to the student route as well. And I say woka say because one kasa no waba UK chrome ha when you abeje UK chrome ha and you want to also work in the UK and also settle, you can also do same and then go on to the skilled worker route. If for instance Oka said because of the fact say you want to be able to settle Nancy, you want the children to have this place as their home. Once you've applied onto the skilled worker route and have lived there for 5 years, you can then apply for your indefinite leave to remain, and then Nkola also will be able to apply to get their indefinite leave to remain because you as a parent have made that application. And so they'll be applying as your dependents. And see, once you've ended with that, they too can also naturalize or register depending on almost ages and also. So when it comes to the applications, obviously if you want to go down the asylum route because there's no end in sight, obviously you would have to be able to show the say there's no way I'll wait to me assign which I call back because of what is currently going on. But if you want to also switch to the skilled worker with senior mebobo sona and there's you are all more than able to do so. And see, you have to be able to see whether you'll be able to meet the requirements and then wobɛtumi anya adwuma no a woka sɛ ɔmowɔ sponsor license a wɔbɛtumi ama wɔ adwuma no nti ɛno nso ɛwɔ hɔ saa.
okay that's it. I think say as I say be your contact office no na fe yehwe you strategize on the best possible course of actions I betini are planning just in case you say scheme time no so na omu en renew game na it was a hard yaba ni yaba yaba ni yaba yeah that's
yes
Emo oheneba yenso yedawasi mamemfa entoso baako entoso ye frɛ ne jara no na me dia to so ne paacho gina so mame woye me last caller gina so na me ma wo ehu ye chiri kwan na say in case eya lawyer kasa no osin na wape lawyer kasa was say case we die e was so ope lawyer there be eno dia me ne lawyer nya adwene if he say ugina nsuom ni nsukom de wa wonsam firi nsuo no mu nkope nsuo enti sambre ya watie BWF Solicitors wodi wonkrata asem waware sem lawyer odie mamema management ni wi mi wo question bi bisa wodi wonkrata asem waware sem wasase sem e kire se ade bia eyemra ena edie no wodi beba 4th floor of Anna House 4th floor Anna House. 214 to 218 High Road. Seven Sisters, landing N15 4NP. Landing N15 4NP. Mepacho, your office number 0208 493 7340. 0208 493 7340. Share emergency number see enso na yehu adwuma ma ye pepepe. Emergency number Uncle Ben 077 127 61884. Uncle Ben 077 127 61884. Ena mame lawyer Eunice and net we try and say papa 075 35 81 3910. 075 35 81 3910. Lawyer Eunice no Ubefre lawyer Richard 079 60 20 1500. 079 60 20 1500. Mepacho ti direction na Shannon son. Se wodi 2 eba Seven Sisters 2 station. Na wahwehwe exit 2. Upie free exit 2 no pepepe na kire se wugina building na nim no cough no bang. Upie free exit 2 na your building no ena wugina nim no cough no bang. Mepacho Shannon son. Se bus ena wode ban so a bus 149. Bus 76, bus 243, bus 259, bus 7, bus 279, bus 318, bus 476. Abba, bus is ever hodosu papa. Which rese wonyira. Wati. Se kan so na wode ba na me ka kire wo say Tesco car park hono. Ubetimi apaki for 90 good minutes. Ubetimi apaki for 90 good minutes. Enti ude hwehwe Tesco no na car park no bowra ho jaka nisi ho na bra na ye ne mbedi enkomo. Mepa cho ma memfa menu abai na ye wia ya ma lawyer edi na num nsem etwato edi aba na afi na yapon afiri ha kra. Mepa cho mema wachi ema wakwa aba.
Yeah, Papa. Pacho, Miss Michi, I'm a lawyer.
Odo, ye so ahombrasiem.
Me Pacho, me what quick question be. Now, me person be a lawyer says, so who your fee waiver application? It take how long? And then when your response, me Pacho. Me 1 month that me put me near money but I feel na my because never send me to me Kakogana. Until me person me who say a better na say me to me before 1 month. Gotcha.
Lawyer, me pacho na ubisa about fee waiver. Ubisa se we ya ebedi sen ansa na aba.
Pence
lawyer,
also.
ukasa natiko.
Pacho Temenka.
Yes, aba back.
Okay. Usually in terms of fee waiver applications, usually once you've put in the request, it depends on whether they need more information. So for instance, ABA the documents no koye, but almost down here more documents. And now say almost so here you to annotate the bank statement. And now say almost so here you to clarify certain things. Depending on whether they need more information or more documents, that would mean say you would have to also have them get those documents and add that information and some normal consider further. So sometimes it can take 3 months, sometimes 4 months, depending on casework and also all year wage. It's important say as much as possible, you provide them with as much information as possible and sana omo etumi the decision so abro.
Oh. Okay, but lawyer, aka me 1 month, yeah, mean and I say made the application no call, but me supporting documents can call yet because I mean me a mistake or me email me mo. Email no me did share, or mo de ba away number link and I was sending the supporting document no call a number. Until you say I'm not sure I'm responding. I have to do a new application. Now come 1 month and work it on and they'll just meet here and I say just
It's usually waiver application they give you 10 days to submit the application into say wo enkrata no ewu na wo drain say ebia because of the fact that ebia wedwumemfo no ebe hia bibi to show say why your application no. Of course you can wait for the fee waiver request if you think say there's no way ohun betumi aka say to yasika no. Now we're train I'm at 10 days now abana wait to me I submitted the actual application now person or you know. And see yes say we'll leave no ewu crampo na because the fee waiver will give you that 10 days to submit the actual application no. It means that you are still making the application in time because of the fact that we fee waiver request and see that 10 days that you are being granted no we'll make sure say we'll leave now you know in time application rather than say oh yeah we'll application out of time and I say after na we'll leave no we'll after na we'll be application so the fee waiver will still give you the extra 10 days no but I don't know if your employers will be happy if you don't have a reference I'll wait to media more. That's the only thing.
Okay, you. That's what that's for. Yeah.
You understand.
Odo yenso yada wase adwuma no ene wa yen nyina no na nkrofo e meka se me pon ma ntia na meka se me pon ma ntia na me ba cho metam aso wate 13 minutes abibi so me ba cho me ma wache e ma wakwa ba e ba fidie mu
me ba cho ba pra me jomo so mo ho te say
ye ho ye na meka se me pon no ntia na
atia buru so na we ye yi matra ya menya me ba cho yi kitwa bi na mpese bi sa me te bibi ti say omo ye tire address na mpese bi sa say and also sponsorship certificated sponsors demo na no pen mpese me
ba cho ai mayi anu ama lawyer kan ye emo ho enti kohwehwe connect no so na bo say hairdresser ben na wo sponsorship license metimi edi akoji menkrata na say metimi akọ ne omo akoye adwuma na me so menkrata no metimi aye ko internet no so ko bo lawyer so mu gusu bebiri why ai omo ho na lawyer me direct baba bi kura say baba bi say opese oye o register na me so oba mo betimi ahwe na maye ama no mo beboa no na ne nsaka sponsorship license na me kura no makopepa baba adwuma wo ho aye na kire say eno ano no na ye koye nim lawyer wadaroma.
Yes, Professor okay, no, in say, oh yeah, a jumemra, na opesa, oh yes, application, they are definitely no, over to me, abehuye, na ya wow, ISR sponsor license application, no, saying over to me, so I employ Crawford, so I will chrome her. In say, important, say, over to me, I'm making that application to the Home Office for that sponsor license. In regards to
anka me bisa sade obi firi ekuro mu no pese oba anan tina na me bisa say ono so hia sponsors na so na me kire me pa cho woni bi mo.
Oh, okay. Into Obia or free Ghana, not all Shisha Juma as hairdresser dear. Usually no, set otuminya certificate of sponsorship. Into Obesha Juma first. Into Nya Juma na and no and obviously use the application no.
Mame, the same thing, and I you no because say we a hairdresser and our free Ghana and our person will buy not sponsorship skilled worker visa and our person will buy. Of course, we hear sponsorship license obi a sponsorship license na wa apply adwuma no ho near the amount into your hairdresser on the line na one check say UK hairdresser saloon bank and I say hairdressers no company bank and there was sponsorship license I made me apply into you apply na nyame adom normal de manual na tire say no ano no de akoje no de aba why nti eyesa nyame nhyira lawyer ya wie yamfa dwumadie ni nyina emra wie wa ha enti bɔ no tɔfa ma ye na yenko enneme ya asɔre sɛ ne obeba
Oi, prophet online there set the bia o ya object.
Lawyer bɔ no tɔfa ma ye ne yenko
Pacho, into the also be brave say wa my break a council e de akaya ho. Senya okaya no so enye just nkata sem and I di ho adwuma family life applications into say ebia or application in regards to obia obeso oba hanom as a skilled worker so aye ho adwuma and na say obi krampa opese order n'edwuma no eto online so as a sponsor license holder and also sa no so ho edwuma. So there are different avenues that people can come to us, even if it's in regards to more child arrangement orders and I said non-molestation orders and I say occupation orders and I can't say oh go through a divorce and also ho edwuma. And then in regards to your wills and confirm per se at least who say ebia omo enhyɛ da enim time omo bɛkɔ but omo pɛ sɛ omo yɛ will be to hɔ na at least omo japadeɛ ketewa bi a omo wɔ no na omo de agya nkɔfo omo pɛ sɛ omo de gya nti ɛno nso saa no sisi a yɛahyɛ ase yɛ boss ɛyɛ ho adwuma with wills ɛno nso saa ɛwɔ hɔ ɛna yɛ civil litigation matters nti sɛ mo pɛ sɛ mo ba yɛ hɔnom a office number no ɛyɛ 0208 493 7340 into 0208 493 7340. Over to me, afraid I book your appointments. I've been here. Prophet Nyame Enshira Bebre. A vampire say that's and there. Yeah, so Asia view.
emo nia da ye koso ya ni se pitiri ensuo hwewa a kasa hwewo nkasa pete wo so enne odi nsɛm ni nyina aboro yɛn na sɛ technician the information no bɛba bigu screen no so amame a na mensan ti atiefuom na menka nkyerɛ mo sɛ ɔmo hwehwɛ BWF Solicitors dia ɛne na yɛkyiri kwan ɛyɛ 4th floor Anna House 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road 7 Sisters Landing N15 4NP. Me pacho ye office number 0208 493 7340 and I say emergency number no 077 127 61884 Missy Subium. I say manya tia no pay enti number na me bo break. There be 077 127 61884. Na ose software lawyer na ena no pay obeka saye no me hiane number lawyer Eunice 075 35 81 3910 075 35 81 3910. Meda wase se waje mmere na wodi yatie me. Ena anopai yedi dwumadie ni nyina ebesie. Fre lawyer na one no enni nkomo. Na fa won krata asem nyina kodano. Makrao. Bye bye.
This is our world. Here we are in our community. There are the laws. There are the regulations.
Good morning, lawyer. Please, I have 2 questions. Is it true that the postgraduate visa does not count in the route to settlement? And Number two, if I am able to switch from my student visa to be dependent on my wife, who is a skilled worker, am I allowed to work more than 20 hours, um, even when still remain as a student? Okay, and see, let me answer the first question first. The second question, I think, say I will take a bit more time with that one. So, in terms of the first question, no, say if you've come onto the graduate route into, let's say all your students we will course, you've been able to apply onto the graduate route. Once you are given the 2 years, you have to switch to the skilled worker route because, as you have heard, it does not lead to settlement. Into no sano, because it doesn't lead to settlement, the UK government is saying we are giving you an extra 2 years after you've successfully committed to do your course to stay here, find work, do some work. But if you want to remain here in the UK, then you have to look for a route that will lead to settlement. And see, 2 years no does not count towards the settlement. It is just a way of you finding your foot here in the UK and then finding a way to obviously uh, remain here and to work here. Say onye obi a wopɛ sɛ UK kurom ha deɛ of course once you are done with the 2 years, you have to go into. When it comes to the graduate route, yes, you have the 2 years, but you have to be able to find a route that will lead to settlement. Either you are married to a family member who is British or is settled already, or you switch to the skilled worker route and apply for indefinite leave after 5 years of lawful residence. Um, in terms of Nkrofua, um, your second question, on switch from the student route to the skilled worker route into a wife, no, she's switched onto the skilled worker route, and now you also want to switch to become her dependent, if that's how you mean. In regards to Enono, because your wife is now a skilled worker, if you switch onto the skilled worker route to become her dependent, that would mean that you are now her dependent under the skilled worker route. You will still be going to school as normal, but you will not have the student visa any longer. So, you becoming her dependent means that you have the same leave as your wife. So, if your wife has been given skilled worker visa for, let's say, 3 years, you are going to be granted that same period, which is 3 years, as a dependent of a skilled worker. So you will still be going to school as usual, but you will no longer need a CAS, which is confirmation of acceptance of studies from the university or from the higher education establishments that you are attending. So you will still go to school, you will still pay the fees, but you will no longer be on a student visa once you have made the switch. And no sano, so no ends up getting indefinite leave to remain, you will also be applying for indefinite leave to remain because you are her dependent and you are no longer on the student route. Into whereas the student route does not lead to settlement, the skilled worker route definitely leads to settlement, and you can still continue going to the university to do your degree whilst being on the dependent skilled worker visa. Yeah. Please, how much is the visa fee for family route on the 10-year route and NHS surcharge? It's depending on whether you're doing it as a family. Most adults will pay an application fee and a surcharge. And the application fee, is just around £1,052. Immigration health surcharge is 1,560. If you want to pay for priority service, it will be an extra £800. Into Enono Sano, instead of just the £1,052 for the application, you'll be paying £1,852 thereabouts for the application, and then you'll be paying the immigration health surcharge, which is 1,560. So you are looking at over 2,600 without the priority service, and then over 3,400 if it's the priority service. Okay. Hi, Lawyer Eunice. I trust all is good. In terms of the age limit, is one exempt once you are 65 years but not above 65, which is 66, etc., for life in the UK and English language test? And see, when it comes to exemption, no, is 65 and over. And so, with this 65, you are exempt from taking the life in the UK test and doing the English language test. And see, once you reach the age of 65, you are exempt. Yeah. Okay, I think so. Um, is that it? Okay, a woman who entered UK as a visitor had disclosed in her visitor's visa application that she is married to non-British in her home country, whilst in the UK had a child with British citizen. What is the nationality of the child? In terms of no, no, most of the time I always say if she was married, then the child is the child of the person she was married to, because under British Nationality Act, no, when it comes to nationality, they look at who the child's mother was married to at the time of the child's birth. In this case, um, she's saying say obehyia a obi wɔ ha ɛna saa nipa no ɛyɛ akwadaa no papa. If she was coming on visit and she was not residing here in the UK, what guarantee can she give them that indeed she got pregnant for the man who is here in the UK? Unless she's saying that she's willing to do a DNA test to show say akwadaa no papa ɛyɛ nipa no a ɔyɛ British ni. Into the I have done that in regards to a client where the client was living abroad. She was coming on visit. She said that the man in Britain was the father of the child, and yenu kun ena eye akola ne papa. In that case, obviously there's no obligation on her to do a DNA, but because she wanted her child to have the British passport, and there was no way the passport office was just going to take her word for it, because yes, we know say you are saying that this is the child's father, but at the time you were married, so if you were married, then it must be that nipa krona or if you know papa. But because she wanted to prove that it was the man who was in Britain who was the child's father, she did the DNA. It turned out that the man in Britain was the child's father, and the child ended up being registered as British before all your passport application or amakolano. It's quite a process in terms of SAR applications. No, if you need help in that area, do seek our legal assistance. I think there was a second part to the question. Um, what about the other way round? A man with the same circumstance came as visitor, married to non-British home country, have a child with a British citizen in the UK. What is the nationality of the child? In this case, enye papa no ɛna ɛwo akwadaa no. Nti papa no abɛtena kurom ha wanya ɛba. Nti depending on the circumstances, I know say in his case he says he's married, but he's lived here for I don't know how long. Nti you can't say ebia wabɛtena ekrom ha 5 months before a year wo akwala no into woyɛ akwala ne papa. It wouldn't make sense to them. So if you are saying say wohyia nimpa no and you've had a child with that person, then it must make sense that you were here before the conception of akwala ansana year wo akwala no. And then if you are also saying, say, in regards to your marriage, things didn't work out, and therefore, once you met this person, you've had a child with this person, your name is on the child's birth certificate as the child's father, then that should stand as you being the child's father. I know, so when it comes to these sort of applications, it seems unfair. Said the woman has to say that the child's father is the one she was married to, but in men's case, it's not usually the case. That they have to say that the person they were married to is the mother, or should I say, is the parent of the child. Into with men is different. Into with Omono dear, as long as they are put on the birth set as the child's parent or the child's father, that should be fine just as it is. Okay, and see, I believe that is the last question. I hope that Munina Mube have a good day. Yamenya Adoma da sende yebesan so ishiabio. Bye bye.
This is our world. Here we are in our community. There are the laws. There are the regulations. We have BWF Solicitors. BWF Solicitors, experts in all aspects of the law, family law, civil litigation, all immigration and nationality issues, representation in court, marriage and divorce. We pride ourselves to give you excellent legal services and follow through till we get you the right result and decisions. That is our mutual satisfaction. We have a team of excellent qualified solicitors and support team to help you every step of the way. Our senior partner, with over 30 years of unbroken service to the community, is a member of the Family Law Panel and has advised several lawyers and institutions in many legal matters. Call us now on 0208 493 7340 or 077 127 6188.